Hey YouTube, here we are guys, here tonight with the Prop Bros, ZKing and ATrades. Um, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
You good, Skip? I don't know if we have Skip's audio or not yet, but we'll wait on him. Uh, Let me click this, make this look better. There we go. Whoop. Nope. Did Skip just log off? I think he did. I think he's having some technical difficulties. So you are away from home in Kentucky, huh?
Yep. Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky. All right. Well, uh, I got. I don't know if you saw. Let me show it. I just literally got off of a Zoom conference at like 2 minutes till 8, and then put all of this stuff up. So Skip looks like he's got his headphones muted. Let me see if it's something on my end. No, he's not muted on my end. Something on his end. Well, welcome to the show, guys. I hope everybody's had a good week. Um, I'm certainly feeling a little better than I was last week at the end of the week. But got some topics we want to talk about. Let me see what. Why do I not have a chat showing up? Come on, chat. Let's see. Boom, boom. I think I have it turned off. Let me see. Let me click to unmute Jarvis. Hey, Bagzilla, how's it going? Trying to get the chat. I'm gonna have to repop it out, guys. Give me just 1 second for that. YouTube does its thing. And pop out the chat. There we go. Let me see if Jarvis is going to talk. There we go. It's lagging a little bit behind. Hey, Marty, I'm just going up
Hello.
to you.
Bitterroot FPV.
Okay.
Hey Marty, I'm just going out to eat. How you doing?
Doing good, guys. Doing good. So we got Jarvis now. So here's a feature chat. I don't have the main chat scrolling on this screen. So let's see how it works. YouTube does its thing. All right. I think I've got it sorted, as Ian from Mads Text would say. I think I've got it sorted. All right. So, uh, Skip, are you with us? I know he was having some technical difficulties. Um, I know something I want to talk about tonight. DJI DJI 04 and some of the stuff surrounding it. Uh, so, how does my voice sound, guys? We don't have a doubling of voice, do we?
Yeah, I'm with you, but for some reason, my microphone does not want to work on my computer. It just all of a sudden happened. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can.
Notice did that to me last week.
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're not showing a green box around your name.
Philoblaster. I was working on my
Well,
barn today, getting it ready to go for
I
spring.
see
it's
a
not
green box.
working on my computer,
Okay.
and
We're
this
gonna.
is my phone.
Yeah,
And you didn't
Discord.
hear me, did you?
Yeah,
Well,
I heard this is my phone.
yeah. I said this is my computer, and this is my phone,
Yeah,
and you didn't hear the computer part. Hmm.
yeah. Uh, hmm. Do this is my computer again.
Hang on. When I go to testing and checking and stuff, It's not picking up anything, which makes me think that it's something in my sound settings or something.
Can you guys hear Jarvis in the chat?
Hello Cenas.
See,
Marty sounds good. Skip sound good. Zach sounds good. Occasionally getting feedback from Zach though. Johnny Scars. My 04 light is in a 2-inch custom pusher. It's amazing how good it is. 60 Mbps is the way.
okay.
Hey. Definitely flyable.
All right. Definitely flyable. All right. Good. We got good audio. Said a little bit of feedback. It might be that Zach's in a hotel room.
Yes, I hear Jarvis.
Cool, cool. Is he blowing everybody's ears out this time? I lowered it last time. So, we'll see. All right. How's it going, Johnny Scars? All right. Bitterroot, how are you? Philiblaster. Yeah.
Trying, stopping.
We hear trying, stopping. Yeah. If it's not OBS, then it's Discord, isn't it? Always something.
It was doing the same thing to me last week. I tried restarting my computer and restarting Discord, and I couldn't
Yeah.
get it to work.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have.
J on E Loco 619. What's good, my FPV Christian brothers?
Hey, June. How are you doing, brother? We are doing all right. We're doing all right.
Sign of the horns. Jarvis could be 1 notch lower, but he's not screaming.
Okay. Good. I could lower him a bit.
Sign of the horns.
All right. There we go. So
I bet Skip has his drag makeup on and he is just hiding.
Did you hear that, Skip? Someone said that they bet you. I don't know if he's on here right now, but I'll be sure to tell him when he gets back on. If he is, I think he'll admit to it.
I agree,
So,
1 notch lower.
1 notch lower. All right, I just notched him lower. There we go. That's another 1 notch. So, there we go. There we are.
Open mouth smile horns are funny here.
Horns are funny here. Yeah, I got to fly today. I got the Neo out and stretched its legs a little bit. Actually, flew it twice, which was a total of 6 packs. That's one of the things about it that I don't care for, is that, I did get the Fly More package and all of that, but I only got 3 packs with it. Of course, there were 10 minutes worth of 9 or 10 minutes worth of flying in each pack, but it was, when I take to an occasion to fly, I want to fly 15, 20 something batteries. You gonna fly in your hotel room there, is that?
Yeah, they put us in a pretty big one. It's got like a living room area and then like a separate room that's the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a suite.
I thought about flying in the lobby,
Yeah.
but
What
I don't want to get kicked out.
What do you guys think about that? I think it's pretty.
What did you puff it?
What's that?
Did you puff a 2S?
Just charging it in my Boxer a couple of weeks ago.
Oh wow!
I had it plugged in charging, and I heard the battery compartment make a cracking noise, and I know I looked and I pulled it out and it was warm and wasn't even charged. Like
There
one,
we go.
there he is, and one of the cells was like 4.57, and the other one was like 3.1, and that's how it was
I
charging
just
it plugged in. It could have caught on fire. So I'm gonna
I've
do it.
just always bought high quality 18650s,
Ogre
like
Goblin.
vape batteries,
Yeah, I mean this.
and that's what I've always run in my
pe-
stuff.
People
Good grief,
recommended
that thing's
this.
puffed up, isn't it?
It is. It is puffed up. Speaking of that, I am going to
What
put it.
happened to it?
I just had it in my boxer, charging
I fly
through
at my
USB.
regular hotel. I work out of town half the time. I'm gonna fly later tonight.
Is it new?
Uh, no, it's probably about a year old, but you know, I've heard different people say that the boxer, when you're plugging in, when you're charging through USB, I normally would charge it on my regular charger because it's got all of this, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my ISDT to
Fire, fire, fire.
drain this thing.
We got some news today, guys.
All right, what was that?
So Congress has came out and disclosed what the New Jersey drones are.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they?
Well, we can play the clip.
Yes.
If you guys want.
Yeah, do that. Zach looks
Boxer
weird.
pulls too many amps lol. Puffed that
Got
thing
an
up.
alien in chat.
Yeah, it's not showing up at all. Let me put a tester on this thing real quick. See what it's at.
Skydozer FPV. Hey,
How's it going, Skydozer?
they were drones lol. Hey,
They were drones. Was it one of those nothing to see here things?
Okay, so I got the clip pulled up here. If you guys want. Oh, we got Zach flying. Look at him, he's flying around.
the
the ceiling.
drones were drones.
Where you
I'm
at, Zach?
amazed.
He's in a hotel room.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's you got a lot of room there. What's going
Yeah,
on?
yeah, and it was said in the chat that you needed a minute because you were still in drag, and you were getting out of your drag costume before the.
Holy beeps. My Matrix IO
Hold
has
up.
been stuck in Chicago for 8 days now. WTF.
That's what somebody said. Yeah. Your Matrix.
Well, if this is my drag costume right here, then I guess I'm a slut.
Looks like a man, baby. All
got
right.
The lumberjack going on here with the
It's mom.
plaid red shirt.
All right. You ready to share your screen and show us
Oh,
what
yeah.
it was? Zach, when you
Yeah,
look,
so-
when the light hits your axis patches on the front of it when you have them down, it kind of looks like eyeballs. But no,
533 might be overrated.
I printed the ones that they snap inside that you don't tape them to.
Uh-huh.
Said no one ever.
And I like these better.
Yeah. 533 might be a bit overrated. Said no one ever. So, all right. Let me switch to what Skip's got here. All right.
I had something like that happen last month, June Loco. It ended up
Okay,
being delivered
so
before the postal
you guys ready
update.
for me to play
I
this?
thought it was in Billings still.
All right,
Yeah, go ahead.
here we go.
And before I turn to questions, I do have news directly from the President of the United States that was just shared with me in the Oval Office from President Trump directly. An update on the New Jersey drones.
Crossed fingers, medium
After
skin
research and
tone.
study, the
Toolman
drones that were flying
FPV.
over New Jersey in
Yo,
large
hello.
numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy. A statement from the President of the United States to start this briefing with some news. And with that, I will turn it over to questions.
Now
All right,
wait,
there you go.
didn't they have no-fly zones up?
So they're doing
All aboard.
research. So these were research drones, and I'm taking it that the FAA knew exactly what it was and everything, and these are.
I like that they
research as
didn't
far
use
as
this to demonize drone
military
operators.
research goes, is what I'm taking it as. It's either military or something to do with commercial research. But I mean,
Or it could be
them
military
saying-
research that they don't want to talk about what the research
Look
was.
at them blaming
Right,
hobbyists
but them
again.
saying the FAA knew exactly what it was. I mean, authorized the flights and everything. That means it wasn't anything that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They were
And
military
then,
contractors, obviously.
you know,
Carrot, carrot.
Hmm.
and then so on top
I agree.
of that, you got hobbyist drones going up there to look at them, and check out what's going on, and then pretty much they're saying that that just grew. Like it'd be like us. If we seen something flying in the air, we'd be like, okay,
This was
if
to
nobody's
push
checking this out, I'm
regulation.
checking this out.
I want Juan
And just
Pierre
imagine how
back.
many people done that, and they had DJI drones, and that's why they finally, if you're doing research, and you got the FAA doing it, I'm sure that's why they finally put up a TFR or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Now we're getting a lot of comments here.
They would
Says
have been
that-
shooting shit down if they didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Philip Blaster says that look. At least they're not blaming the hobbyists.
Lol feeler.
Bitterroot says that they were military contractors. Obviously. Yeah.
Exactly what Dozer said.
Skydozer said this was to push regulation. Philip Blaster said he wants Juan Pierre back. They would have been shooting them down if they didn't know what it was. Now,
Well, I don't know if they would be exactly shooting them down if they didn't know. Like
Well-
if you got people flying hobbyist drones and stuff like that, you don't want just stuff falling out of the freaking air, hitting cars and hit people's property. You
Right.
know.
right,
So
but
if they
we
are
did see a video. Remember, we did watch a video where it looked like something knocked something out of the sky.
LMFAO
Right.
filiblaster.
Well, I'm
1L.
starting to think, especially if you get close to one of these big drones with a regular drone, it's just gonna knock it out of the air, wouldn't it?
Probably so. I mean, I don't know what I'm thinking about, and of course I've got Jarvis in my ear, so if y'all hear me stop, the other guys don't, because of the lag. What I'm thinking about is back at our video that we did about it. Some of those
Hey, Pastor,
were not normal drones. Yeah.
if Jarvis starts to talk real for
Marty,
for a
could you
while there,
please
just put
turn
up
down
finger or
TTS a
something
little?
quick,
Say it again.
just put up a finger, like just put a finger up real quick if Jarvis is talking for a while.
Okay, yeah, it's been talking. I keep turning him down a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Let me know, guys.
I hate to talk over your thing there.
Get a well-built prospect to take control of the skies. They shot 2 other objects down during the balloon fiasco.
Yeah. Well, but they let the balloon go all the way across the country.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm saying is if you have stuff like a bus-sized balloon going across the country, you might want to watch where you shoot it down at. I mean, think
Mm-hmm.
about it. If you shoot a bus-sized balloon down in somebody's yard and
Mm-hmm.
destroy somebody's freaking cow or their car
Or their child. Yeah.
or their
Waiting at a
kid,
school bus. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
then
But
you got a bigger story on your hands than
yeah, but it came into the country from Montana. If there's one state that you can definitely
I will
find,
admit that there was some other weird stuff in the sky too. In the
come
LA
on,
fires there was two.
come on, come on. There we go. Now it's following. All right. Yeah. It.
TikTok does more than any balloon. And weren't there hundreds of balloons?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's deal. It says Scott Dozier says I will admit that there were some other weird stuff in the sky too. In the LA fires there was two.
yeah.
One of them was Ellen.
I live in Montana where it was first spotted.
I did
Nothing here but
see
me.
one in the LA fires, and one of them did. They looked like a streak across the sky or whatever. But I've also seen LED drones look like that also. I haven't seen anything super weird unless
Did
it's
all the
like
blue things survive in
CGI
LA?
or we've seen some orbs and stuff like that. But didn't we? Didn't I? I think I said the other day you could take a water drop and put it on a window and do the same thing with the orb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not trying to discount anything that people are actually seeing out there. Uh, but I did share a
Yay,
video
dude, lol.
the other day with
Gonna be
Marty
renamed to
of
Conspiracy
me
Bros
of
pretty
me
soon.
recording an airplane,
Lol.
and and it and it was long. It was way off in the distance, and to me, I was like, "Oh, what? I've got to pull up my phone right now. I got to record it, see what it is." And I started recording it. I was like, "This thing's not moving." Well, by the time it was coming straight at me, so by the time it got close to me, I was like, "Okay, it's moving." And then by the time I start looking at it and panning up and panning my phone, I was like, "That's got a tail and wings and everything. It's a plane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm recording a plane."
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I had to pop out the chat because YouTube decided it wanted to lock up. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm buying it that everything that I mean, if everything that we were looking at was quote a drone, then we got some kick butt drones in the military, and if that's the case, why are they asking? If they got drones like that, why are they asking people like us to train them and build for them or whatever?
Yeah, I
Because
mean
some of
there
that
are
stuff
some.
was clearly not anything we deal with.
Yeah, there are some stuff out there that is questionable. But I mean, ball lightning is crazy looking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have atmosphere stuff that's crazy looking all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to say
Hey
that
sinners.
there's nothing supernatural because I mean that just leaves the wonder. I mean, it throws out the wonder and imagination and
They asked you to train him,
the
Marty.
possibility
Lol.
of the
I
future.
wanna see an alien.
Because I don't
I'm
know about
subbed
you,
to Disclosure
if I can get
channels.
my hands on
I've just not seen
something
any
that
clear
flies
pictures
like
of
that
UAP from
remotely.
Jersey drone footage. If you got good pics, I want to see them.
Hang on. I'm sorry, Skip.
No, you're good.
This is a long one from Bitterroot. He says, I want to see an alien. I'm subbed to Disclosure channel. I've just not seen any clear pics of UAP from Jersey drone footage. If you got good pics, I want to see them. Yeah, we didn't have good pics. We just had a bunch of stuff that clearly is not.
Questionable.
Yeah, clearly not drones. Yeah, I got a call last week, Phil. they found out that I knew you, and they were like, "Nope, can't do it." He said you used to making comments about
If you
blue
have
stuff not
food
burning.
pics, I wanna see those.
Food pics. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Skip.
Oh no, I'm good. I was just saying that
Hmm.
that you know I did see some things that were questionable. I mean, Zach showed us some stuff that we had no clue what it was. But and
Normies
I
just don't know
definitely
how to
leave
film at
that
night.
to the imagination. But as far as having proof that it's alien life form or whatever, I don't think we've got it yet. I don't think it's there
Oh
just
yeah.
yet.
Let me ask a question, and then you guys can put it in the chat. The video that Skip just showed us of um, the the new golden age of America. What do you say that press conference? News or fake news? You guys vote. If you think that was legit, that answer was completely legit, then just say news. And if you think it's full of crap or they're hiding more than what they're telling, just post fake news. Uh, so, so that we can.
I think they're not telling us everything because some of that stuff wasn't planes and it wasn't drones.
That's correct.
At least some of the videos that I've seen. So either we've got some crazy technology that they don't want to put out that we
Fake
have, or
news. Shoot, I dunno.
something else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the press conference, I do have to say, when you look at it in the long form as it is, that was
I
the end of
agree.
the press conference of her whole speech of everything else.
Seems
Is she
transparent.
was just saying
Increase
the new golden
skepticism
age
to level
overall.
11.
Press conference.
Everything is a
Here,
PSYOP. I don't
just the
trust
drone
anything.
topic.
Fake news.
Yeah. Bitterroot says everything is a psyop. I don't trust
Sus.
anything. Johnny Scar says it's sus.
I agree, Bitterroot.
This guy right here says fake news. More people believe in psyop than either one. But yeah, it certainly wasn't the answer that I thought we'd get one way or the other. But
Right, it's not the answer we want to hear. I mean, to be honest with you, I
yeah,
would like to hear that we have no clue what it is, and it's a phenomenon. And
see, I think it was kind of smart because I think what it's going to do is it's going to do the exact opposite of what the other things did. Where you had people like us saying, guys, relax. This little ball that you see right here, that's not a drone. And the planes, clearly, we was like, that's not a drone. We went through it and like, I can't tell you what it is, but it's not a drone. So I think this, at least for me, I think this press conference. Well, I mean, it was a legit press conference because it was something that she just kind of added to at the end of it. I think it's going to do the exact opposite. I think the masses are going to go, oh, okay.
I wanna kick some alien ass. Booyah.
They're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was just research. And then all of us that know stuff about drones are like, oh, crap, no. Now we're going to start looking up. So.
I wish the egg retrieval
I
video
mean,
was
hey,
more
if
than
you
it
think about
was.
it as the somebody of our adversary, and you say it's our FAA research drones, and we allow them to be up there.
I was glad to
And
hear
I'm
they
just
were
saying,
authorized
what does
flights.
America really
Maybe
care
it will
about?
help take some focus off the regular hobby pilots and more regulations.
Yeah. Bitterroot says, I wish the egg retrieval video would have been more than it was. Yeah, I saw that one.
Don't look up.
And
Oh yay, Bitterroot for sure.
Yeah. It says I was glad to hear that they were authorized flights. Maybe it will help take some focus off of. If I'm gonna read them, guys, I might mute Jarvis. Let me do that because it's talking over the other guys. And let me just pause him for right now. All right. If you really need to get my attention right now, just in the chat, put just, "Hey Marty" or something like that. Because I'm reading most of them anyway, and it's making it hard for me to hear the other guys when they talk. So, because they cannot hear Jarvis, only me. And if they were to turn on the stream, it would be a minute or two late. So, yeah, which you notice we did say the stuff that looked like drones and the airplanes, most of the stuff except for the orbs had FAA navigation lights on. Now, a lot of them didn't have the clear white strobe that could be seen for, you know, 3 miles, but who knows what regulations they have for the government. Um, so yeah, I think it's going to settle the minds of a lot of people. So, uh, and if somebody was spying on us, they wouldn't be using a drone with green and red navigation lights, and a clear light for landing lights. Just the other night on this subject, don't look up. Just the other night on this subject, I was coming home. I don't remember where I was coming home from. I'm out a lot, and in the town that I live near, there was 3 or 4 people uh, pulled over. One of which I knew them from high school a long time ago, and they were all pointing up and looking and pointing in the sky at this white, reddish white light, and it's just hanging there. And I pulled over where they were at, and they were looking up, and one of the guys was like, "Hey, it's Marty," "Oh, and you're into drones?" Because I've got it all over my truck. If you want to learn how to fly drones, get in touch with me, and all of that. And they were like, "Look at that, man! It's been sitting there for like 5 minutes." And I looked at it at first. I was like, "Well, I could see what they're looking at," but I'm like, "It looks like a plane," because as I started to look at it more, the red light became clearer. And then as the red light became clearer, it was a red light and a white light and a green light. And I was like, "Oh, that's an airplane." And they were like, "No, you can't hear nothing." And it's been like that for 5 minutes. It's been right there floating. Airplanes can't hover. I said, "I don't think it's hovering." I said, "I think it's flying right at you." And right at us. And there was a lady, I didn't know her at all. She's like, "No, no, no." She had her camera out and she was videoing. She's like, "No, I'm gonna put this on TikTok." And I was like, "Okay, we'll put it on TikTok, but be sure to keep filming it. I'm gonna go, but be sure to keep filming it because it's fixing to come right to you." And about the time that I turned around to get in the car, I could hear it. So I pulled out of and was waiting on cars, and I kind of glanced back up to see it out the window, and clearly it was an airplane. They start getting in their cars by then, and virtually the same type situation that you had, Skip, was just that the more you filmed it and you watched it, and it's just gonna.
I'll tell you one that I actually seen that was amazing. And there was no pulling out your phone and filming it. It was so freaking fast. So me and Carter were flying at a school, and we were in a field and we're just flying, and then it's starting to get dark, so we're wrapping it up,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just talking, and we're talking about antennas. He's got one of those big blue radar dishes for antennas, one of those big patch antennas that's got the left hand and right hand all in one.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about, how we could get bigger antennas and what we could do to make a like a station and stuff like that. And Carter looks over my shoulder and he's like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "What?" And I look over, and what I seen was if I can describe it, it was blue in the center, and the light came out from it, but it stopped like it had some sort of like it stopped. I don't, and it was about tree height, and it was so fast. It went like this in the sky. It went up like that, and I'm talking about super fast. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen I've seen the Blue Angels. I've seen jets hitting the sound barrier. I've seen sonic booms. I've seen really fast stuff, and this has nothing on that. Our jets have nothing on that, and I've came to two conclusions, or I've came to three conclusions. It was either a missile, which that's counted out. I'm going to go ahead and count that one out. I don't think we had any missiles around that were hypersonic speed over America
Hopefully
or
not.
near, yeah, near my house. I'm right down the road from McGee Tyson Airport.
Mm-hmm.
So so I'm counting that one out. Or it was some type of meteor that was skipping up off the atmosphere. But the reason why I'm counting that one out is because I didn't see like a trail or anything coming off of it, and it was so big and so low that I just can't see it being that without leaving some type of trace or some type of sound. You
Yeah.
know, it made no sound at all.
Yeah.
But
Was that
I've got to say it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's something that I have no clue what it is. Can't explain it. And the only reason why I bring it up today is because I have an eyewitness. I
Yeah.
have somebody that can back up this story 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And he works with me at 533. That's Carter.
Yep. They
was it
say they
on?
ask if you can put your mic a little closer to your mouth, Skip.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I can.
All right. There we go.
Is
Wasn't I
that
on
better?
the phone with you when you seen that?
I
Didn't I? Hadn't I just called you?
I don't know. I don't know if it was that time or not. I'm not sure.
Zach's
We talk a
louder.
lot, so it might have been.
It was a while back.
Yeah, it is a while back for sure.
Yeah. Had to lower
But
Zach a little bit.
I mean, it was so crazy that we were like looking at each other like, what did we see? What in the world did we just see? I mean, just we need to explain this right now. And I mean, just for like, 15 minutes, we're like, what? What was it? What was that? Did you
Mm-hmm.
see this? Did you see that? Because it's so fast, we wouldn't know if we seen the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Carter said when he looked behind my back the first time, he seen it kind of come at us, and then it turned real fast and shot up like that. Well, I just saw the part where it shot up like that.
Yeah. Philoblaster says, yeah, if that's what they're showing the world, then just think what they're really holding back. Can you imagine 1,000 FPV drone pilots or FPV pilots ready to decimate their enemy? Yeah. Worse than that, can you imagine 100,000 autonomous drones working on AI? I mean,
It's coming.
yeah, yeah. Definitely some weird stuff out there. So, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. It said referring to the video I shared. Okay, he shared a video in video links. Let me. Was it in video links, or is it in general? Philoblaster. Okay, I think this is it. Well, let me switch here so you guys ain't watching how the sausage is made. Alright. Alright, hold up. Let's go back. Alright. Let me
You're good.
make a dis bigger. Now, none of us are on here right now. I'm going to get Phil's. Yeah, show that. Okay, this is a Army training video with FPV drones. Does it have audio? Let's play the audio. Let's turn it up a little bit and see what it does.
近日，武警第2机动总队某部队组织无人机集训，集训队开展专业技能和协同作战考核。无人机飞手熟练操作穿越机，在不到2分钟的时间内完成起飞、绕桩、搜索、降落等一系列操作，并结合典型场景实施撞、捕、炸、追、打等实战手段运用，全面提升无人机飞手协同配合和综合作战能力。
Well, I have no idea what they said. Don't know what that is. All right, stop Facebook. Stop. Okay. All right, let me go back to these. There we go. Skip, would you translate for us, please? What? Did we lose Skip audio again?
It sounds like it.
Translate.
Yep.
There he is.
Oh,
Well, say it again. We just got you after translate.
I said, what do you mean translate? What we just saw?
Yeah. You work for
It looks
533. Don't you speak fluent Mandarin Chinese?
Oh, no. I have no clue of any Chinese. But I did see, what I did see was freestyle drones because the battery was on top. Because for me, that a freestyle drone is going to have the battery on top. And
Well, you can't really drop something from the bottom if the battery's down there, right? So.
right, and they were using them to go through windows and do flashbangs and stuff like that. So
How do they do more than
Yeah.
8 pilots at once? HDzero. I don't know. Maybe it that one super fast drone, but I don't think so. Toolman, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. I've seen things in the sky I can't explain. I'm not discounting anybody and their experiences. Oh yeah. Well, I've actually counseled with people that looked me in my eyes, and I believe they've had some kind of experience that claim to have been abducted. But literally training to take out people in foxholes, cars, and buildings. It's almost like, I mean, that was obviously China or something. Did we wake Zach up?
I'm here.
Okay. Did he fall asleep on the stream?
No.
Skip and I tease him about falling asleep. We'll be in the middle of a conversation with him, and then we'll hear him go. He's
well,
like,
he is a hard worker. I have to say
yeah,
that.
sorry, he is on the job. Give the guy credit, right? Battery on top, payload on the bottom. That's it. Yep, it's just like a mullet. Business in the front, party in the back, right? Chinese military tech, unlimited channels. Maybe. Well, I mean, they certainly don't have the bandwidth restrictions that we do. They could make VTXs that are in, a total different bandwidth. They don't care over there. All right. Philiblaster says you can actually get as many drones up as you want. You just don't blast on more frequencies. They probably won't stick to civilian bandwidths. That's correct. That's what I was saying. And over there at China, they've got. They could allocate a whole huge bandwidth of channels. But over here, they come over here and do that and try to attack people. The worst thing that'll be is like they were stepping on my Wi-Fi. I couldn't watch TikTok while they were attacking our neighbors. I
Have
think
you
that
seen that Roadrunner drone?
I have not seen the Roadrunner drone.
That sucker is crazy. You want me to show you
Yeah,
their
share it
little
with us.
ad?
Yeah, you can share it with us.
All right. All right. Here we go. Tell me when you're ready.
There we go.
All right. Here we go.
What in the world?
That looks like that drone that was filming the skiing. High explosive. Jet power.
That's pretty wicked.
Oh, and the other one said it didn't need me. I want to go back
Doing
home.
another-
Yeah.
on the Elon Musk. Think Elon made that?
If not, somebody stole his idea, that's for sure. Well, it didn't return back to its little box, that's for sure.
Yeah, they had to load that.
I like the Roadrunner at the end of it. That's too good. Wow. Yeah.
Here's another that I thought was pretty cool. You guys want to see it too?
Yeah, sure.
Here's the one that I believe is the first iteration, is what they were messing with. This thing is pretty cool. This one gives me ideas.
Gives you ideas.
Yeah, it gives me ideas.
That sure doesn't look like anything DJI has made, does it? See, guys,
Said
this
the
is
range is 20.
this is why they want to ban the airspace.
All right, I don't want to get you messed up on your copyright there. Let me turn it down.
Yeah, it should be royalty free, but
You never know.
that's that one they were filming those skiers with, wasn't it?
This wasn't the one I was thinking of. They had one just like the other one that popped out, and the arms like kind of like switchblade out.
You see, I think that that's probably think about it. I'll say it now.
We
I
already know what's
believe
gonna happen.
I
We don't
believe
have to
the
show that.
future of warfare and especially lawfare, law enforcement, is
This-
in the
I think
skies.
Yeah, this is the one right here, I think. the one that I seen, it shot out of a tube and it like deployed itself coming out of the tube.
What
Well, that might.
what YouTube channel are you? Is it one or is this many different ones?
You got to deploy that one also with by hand.
Introducing Rogue One.
Yeah.
Who's it by? Teal? Yeah.
So
What's it say? What's it say? Teledyne?
Teledyne FLIR is what it says. Yeah, Teledyne FLIR. But yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff like this.
Yeah. And everybody
Uh,
says and everybody makes the comment that DJI is the best drone maker in the world. I don't
right?
think they are.
No.
I don't think they are.
They've got stuff like this. I mean,
Yeah,
come
I saw
on.
that little thing years ago. Oh, well, do you see the little tiny one they had years ago?
But yeah, I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
And if you see this flying around, I mean, you're gonna be like, "What is that?" I ain't never seen one of those before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd be like that. I'd be like, "What in the world?"
When you get done with this, I'll
I
tell you
want
what
one of
someone
those.
in the know.
Go ahead, go ahead.
How fast do you think the UFO? How fast do you think the UFO was going, Skip? Yes.
Well, I mean, the the one I seen, the there's no telling. I mean, it's enough to obliterate any
Yeah.
chip that you put in, or any human that you put in it.
Right.
It wouldn't be able to hold our technology. The one I seen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's think of reality. So how fast are we able to go right now? So I think we're able to go around over 16,000 miles per hour, because to get in Earth's orbit, you have to go 16,000 miles per hour.
The thing is you can go really fast as long as you get there slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, and
This,
it takes, our gravity takes a long time to get there. I mean, not a long time, but it takes a lot of power, a lot of power.
well, Philiblaster says he says I'm really surprised that there aren't more anti-drone ammunitions. Well, I know somebody that was just telling me just the other night that they happen to know, and don't ask me how they happen to know. They happen to know that military is buying even FPV drones for the sole purpose to shoot them down, to practice and shoot them down. Now, now that's military, uh, and no, DJI is not good for TinyWhoops. No, uh, but I've got a friend. Um, he pops in on this channel every now and then. I don't think he will today because actually texted spoke with him earlier and said he Tuesdays is not good for him. But very he's been in law enforcement in the state of Tennessee for a long time, and he does a lot of training, continuing ed for police officers and stuff like that. That's where I met him. Well, I first met him years and years ago. He taught me and my brother how to fly uh, radio control airplanes on a buddy box. And then I saw him later. I found out, at a continuing ed uh, for law enforcement, that he actually works for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the state form of the FBI. And he told me, like 6, 8 months ago, it might have been longer because my short midterm memory is jacked up. It might have been over a year. Um, that he has seen police cars that look like they've got boxes on top of them that they're about the size of a little bit bigger than to go boxes. He said that's what it looks like. To go boxes. They're white boxes. They're about about this high and square. And he says they put like 4 or 5 of them up on top of a squad car, and that they can roll up on a scene. They were doing a demonstration of it. They roll up on a scene where they're chasing a car, and it gets to a point and the car stops and 5 people jump out of the car. The officer pushes a button and the lid flips open on those boxes, and out comes 5 autonomous looking. He said it looked kind of like Skydio drones. They had ducks around them, but it locked on each of them, and it showed the perspective that the officer could see in his car on a touch screen and click on them. And as each person went a separate way, they followed. And says they have over 30 minutes of flight time, and you know, I think that's the future. Think about it. Most of us have seen Sean Ames' video where he goes in to a barricaded subject with his FPV drone, and they find the guy. They think that first they thought he was up in the attic. If not, go to his channel. I would love to train people too, but I think the military's already so far past that. I think they already got pilots really, really good. But anyway, that is the only problem with that is airspace regulations. I mean, what do you do when you got 4 drones tracking, a bank robbery subject, and he flies near a bando where 5 or 6 of us are out flying around a bando? That's a problem. And he believes, though he's very much for the hobby, he believes that it's just a matter of time before hobby dronists and even rocketeers and any unmanned aerial vehicles, whether radio controlled or not, except for maybe kites, will probably be relegated to FRIAs or indoor flight. So if you think about what we just watched with the military gets the tech, and then usually they'll pass it down to law enforcement. That's why everybody gets mad when they see a Bearcat roll up, at a police scene when someone's barricaded. They say, well, that's military, and the SWAT teams are using the same gear that the military's using. And I think it's just a matter of time before we see this type stuff, whether it's through AI and Big Brother Orwell 1984 spying on us, or even if it's not that, if it's just regular law enforcement. I've said for years that in law enforcement we need that was a crazy video, Bagzilla. I think we need more fur missiles in law enforcement. And I've had people look at me like, fur missiles? What are you talking about? German Shepherds and Malinois. Because, when a cop's riding around, and Zach used to be an MP, so he's familiar with some of this stuff. When you're driving around and you got a car full of teenagers that just stole a car and, or done whatever, and you're following them and they stop and they all go different directions. I know that the canine officers, they could just push a button and their back door would open up, and a fur missile comes out of the back of that car, and it's going to catch someone, and they're going to have a bad few minutes until that officer, I've always said it, think about it, from the criminal standpoint, they're sitting there praying, man, I'm fixing to pull over. I hope this guy can't run. And they hop out and they start running. They get 200 or 300 yards away. They let the fur missile out, and the fur missile catches them within 25 yards. And of course, he's got the arm or the leg, and he's just yanking and tugging on it. Well, suddenly that guy's prayer has just changed to, "Oh my God, please hurry up and get here." He doesn't want that officer to be slow anymore. So,
You'll happen to own one.
yeah, Fur Missiles sound like a movie that I watched once. We're not talking about those kind of movies, Phil. Simma.
uh, have you guys seen the new catch? The new Starship catch?
Mm-mm.
Yep,
Oh,
they just
yeah,
done a new one 12 days ago.
yeah. I
Not
think I've seen it.
the
Didn't
last
I
one
have
I
a
saw.
problem?
The last one I saw blew up. So,
Not with the catch, but something blew up, right?
yeah,
Okay, so what happened was is Starship launched, and they successfully done the catch, but later on, the Starship was like, from what I understand, the main part of it, which is the Starship itself, it had a rupture between um, the tank and the inside of the Starship, and from that rupture, I think they went ahead and terminated it.
yeah. Uh,
Mm.
But no,
so,
I got the catch pulled up. If you guys want to see the catch,
yeah, yeah,
it's the newest one.
yeah. Do that, and I'm gonna go. We're gonna finish off the Fur Missile topic. Uh, Phil says, "I
Got the
wonder
firm.
if the SWAT team needs a drone pilot." Yes, before,
They're already using them.
before. Well, they use autonomous drones in our county, and even I've talked. I was good friends with the sheriff that just died here in Sumner County, and I talked to him about volunteering, that I would go and take. I don't know if you can see it. You see that bright yellow right there? That is the race 20, something like that, or a TinyWhoop. I said, I'll take you, knock a hole in the house, and I'll go in there. It has HDzero on it. I'll go in there for free and all of that. And he's like, well, why don't you just come and train with us and all of that? And I was like, well, in order to do that, or if you pay me at all or anything, I've got to have a Part 107, and I don't want to have a Part 107. But I do know that Sumner, which is the county that we live in, Phil, Sumner County and Allen County were both looking for FPV pilots that could go and do what Sean Ames did. Sean Ames, sorry, what Sean Ames did with bringing a TinyWhoop. Now, maybe with the Neo now, that they might have the ability to do more like that, because that little thing can bounce off of stuff. But as of last year, I know both sheriffs were looking for somebody, but you have to have a Part 107. So for both of them, they're saying for liability purposes that they want you to be licensed. So
There you go, Scream, if you're watching.
yeah, uh, Phil is a RN. He said I once had to clean up a canine dog bite on a suspect when I was training to be an EMT. Yeah, said bit the guy in the butt and had to try to clean it in front of the guys who were training me. They kept a straight face until we got back to the truck. Yeah, yeah. I actually saw in person a German Shepherd canine grab like a 21-year-old um, black male. That's what we called them, and what we called them then. And well, it's actually BM, you know. So um, that's how it come across. But he was up underneath the shed, and it bit him where his butt and his thigh meet, and it drug him 4 inches at a time out from underneath that shed, and he never
Ooh,
let go. And guys screaming and yelling, and I have to say that was one of the coolest moments ever. I was like, I want one of them. I want one of them. And after that, me and my wife started breeding and raising German Shepherds.
German Shepherds and Malinois are
Yep.
extremely intelligent.
Yep. And the thing I like about it is when you watch them when they got a bite, man, that tail is going like crazy. They're loving it, and and then when they get done, they're
Marty, you're going to get shadow banned here if we don't change the subject.
yeah, maybe, but I will say this: the last part, and then the handler's like, "Good, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. You eat that guy up. That's a good boy. Give me his fingers. Give me his fingers. That's a good boy." So I love
Oh my
it.
God. Well, it's not made for kids for sure on this show.
That's right. That's right.
We just got demonetized on this one.
Nah, nah. It's the
So
it's
you
the
guys
new
want to
golden
see?
age. Yeah,
You guys want to see the catch? I like it. I
we
don't
can.
know if you guys.
Too much. Dang.
All right, tell me when you're ready.
It is on.
I think this is a different angle than what I've seen it from.
We can see the booster coming back in now through the plume. At least it looks that way to us. It's incredible that it basically returns. It looks like a speeding, just like this silver flare coming back to the. Once again, we are standing by for attempting to catch the booster at the tower. This would be the second tower catch.
Booster landing burn. Seeing 13 engines.
Booster now hovering as it aligns with the tower for catch.
Booster coming in. Get
Down
ready
to
for that boom, Kate.
Down to 3 engines.
Booster landing from shutdown. Negative, has caught the booster.
And look, it's filmed with the drone. Ah!
You heard it here. Bagzilla has caught the booster.
Did it
Once
say
again,
Bagzilla
for the
caught the
second
booster?
time, a successful catch by the launch.
Milkzilla.
Oh, I thought it said Bagzilla caught it. That's what I.
By the launch tower. This is the launch pad where that booster took off from just 7.5. Great view from the chopstick arms looking at those hypersonic grid fins.
So this thing was going 700 miles per hour whenever it decided to turn its boosters on.
No, that ain't NASA. That's Elon. NASA been trying to do that for forever. Filibuster says, "Wow, ain't
Elon's
NASA great?"
put NASA out of business.
Yeah. Bagzilla said that's what he thought. He thought they said Bagzilla caught it. I'm with you, brother. It's like I believe you could do it. I believe you could do it.
NASA definitely didn't do that one. I've seen Blue Origin is the only other one that I know that can land. China is trying to do the same thing, and they've been very unsuccessful. It usually blows up before it even leaves the launch pad. I think they've done it once. I think China has done one booster once.
And that rocket they bought from Elon. No, I'm joking.
Probably. You're probably right. Elon was like, well, here's a discontinued model that I'll sell you for $10 billion.
Yeah. Phil, you got to stop using them big complicated words. Satirical. You don't have to cry about it. It's okay. But yeah, that's pretty.
So, did you see IO tickets were up?
IO tickets are up for sale.
Yeah, $200 right now. And I've heard they were up since Black Friday. We missed $75 Black Friday tickets, so that's something to remember for next year. is you can get IO tickets during Black Friday. I had no clue.
Yeah, someone was telling me they've already sold more tickets now than they had people present last year. So Phil
I
says, yeah, the
believe
next. Go ahead.
I'm going to be running the store.
All right, so y'all are bringing a full store.
Yeah, yeah. I'll probably be driving the camper and bringing it down, and then we'll set up a store. And I'd say I'll be helping quite a bit with this one. I didn't help that much with last one. I volunteered, and the volunteering was kind of silly, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But I guess they uh, they like anybody that that can pitch in a hand over there.
yeah. Phil
I
says he
just
keeps threatening that he'll pay full price. Haha. Now that
I
they're gonna
just
work you.
I just want to know what the Whoop scene's going to be like because I think it's going to be very competitive this year with all the new Whoops out and how fast they were going and everything. Um,
That's that's what I'm most curious about concerning IO is what is the what's the whoop scene going to be like? Is it going to be legit racing or you know just you know chill and uh, a place to relax? Me,
I
I lean
really,
toward more serious racing, but others
if,
may have another
if
idea.
I had if I had my best wishes on Whoop, this is my idea of an IO Whoop race or a championship Whoop race would be on a in a place where it has a floor that you can
Turtle.
crash, get up, and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Because last year, uh, I mean, although it looked fun and they had all kinds of blow ups and all that, once you crashed, there wasn't no getting back up,
Yeah, yeah.
and
The
that
floor,
was
the floor was lava.
yeah, the floor was low, which I know that kind of contradicts if you're contradicts if you're a champion racer or whatever, but it's made for everybody, right? Oh,
I think so. Phil, someone who is somewhat in the know with multi GP. I'm not speaking for him. He says we all want to know about all things Whoop this year. Uh, so I don't know.
that will be in the grass. Well, we need to bring a lawnmower.
A push mower, a push, not a regular one, a push mower, and lower that thing down to the dirt. Double A. I know he lives near there, so somebody throw a push mower in the back of Double A's truck, and if nobody else will, I will push
How
mow
much?
the grass.
How much is tarps and stakes? Do they cost? We could put down a bunch of tarps, stake them
Good.
down real
Bagzilla
tight.
says, hate the grass. One thing I know
Is there
is that the
not
group.
a parking area that's maybe gravel?
Well, Phil
That'd be better
Blasky
than
is
grass.
saying he's 90% sure it's going to be on the grass.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is what can we do to the grass? As far as can we cut it down? Can we put plastic on top of it, or something like that? AstroTurf,
We should
something.
multi GP or everybody should like donate for one of those inflatable party houses that's got the bottom in it and everything.
Right.
You know,
Well, the tarp idea is pretty. I think it's a pretty good idea because you can stake that stuff down, and you're definitely going to be able to crash flip. And it's not going to ruin the grass. You can just
hmm
because I'm sure they're proud of their grass and their field and everything. So you can
well, I don't know
stake it
that.
down pretty tight.
I mean, there's been some times that it rained so bad that it was just a mud pit in places. So I don't know that they're worried as much about their grass. I do agree with Phil that gravel would be way worse than grass because you could get little small pieces of gravel hung in your props, and that would
Well,
that
not
would burn
only
your
that, people that
ESC.
work on their stuff and stuff like that, you'd lose it completely in
Yeah,
gravel.
motors.
Of course, you'd lose it in grass too, but
Tarps might be the best bet then. That, or if somebody just happens to have a
yeah, those inflatable
can roll up
houses.
some AstroTurf and bring it. Probably turtle on that stuff.
Well, the reason why I said tarps is because it's cheap. You can go to Harbor Freight and buy a gigantic tarp for like $40.
I've
Think you could turtle on it though?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
hang on a second. You brought up something, Zach, that I want to talk about. I have a friend of mine that just acquired, or he knows a guy that's selling AstroTurf in Georgia, I think it is somewhere, and like 10 foot wide by like 100 foot long strips. He said they're not very expensive, like $100 for that. We could probably get enough. I'll check with him, ask with him how much more he could get. We could probably get enough to lay down AstroTurf,
A lot of times you can
just
get
like
it
carpet.
cheap
Yeah,
Yeah, but
from
do you want to haul all that to? Do you want to haul all that to Indiana? Is that where it's at, or where's
yeah. Phil
is it
can.
going to be?
If I was to buy it and donate it to MultiGP, somebody else can get it there. Good night, Bagzilla. Take care, brother. Thanks for dropping in. Hit that like button if you haven't already. That happened to be right over Zach's face. Sorry about that, brother. Phil says that there are paved areas, yeah, that would work, but having a tent staked down is challenging. Yeah, yeah. And you could do the way that Walmart does it. You know, I think everybody's seen a Walmart fireworks stand up in the middle of their parking lot. They take like a plastic 55-gallon bucket and cut it in half and fill it full of concrete, and that they're able to keep a stand up there that way. But that you talking about moving something like that. But I also think that hello Red Sky. I also think that there's a company that comes and sets the tents up for them. Someone was telling me that the tents that they have at IO are not owned by MultiGP. They're just to have a company come out and put them all up. So
You know, I seen the coolest thing on Facebook. We almost pulled the trigger on. It was a blow up drone house.
mm-hmm.
It was kind of like a bounce house, but it was a blow up drone house, and they had the gates. They blew up inside of it and everything, and it was pretty big too. I was
Yeah.
like, man, that would be perfect for events.
But the thing about that, you can't ever move the gates.
Right, but you can add some to it, you know.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah, the AstroTurf. I think I might be able to get enough to do a TinyWhoop tent for $300. If they still got them. I was actually at a member of my church's house. He put it around he put in an in-ground pool and he put it around his pool. And he said he got it. Some of it's got lines on it because they pulled it up from a football field. Some of it's got lines on it that may have the 50-yard line on it or something. You know. Needs Velcro gates. Yeah, that would be cool. We definitely need to do something. If anybody's watching from MultiGP, or if anybody has connections with MultiGP, send them a cut of this thing here. And this is just my opinion. I think that TinyWhoop is so important to FPV in general. The majority of people that I know got their start flying a TinyWhoop. And I would love to see full legitimate Whooptopia level racing for TinyWhoops at IO. And, you know, where beginner class, sports class, you know, all of that is put on display for the whole world. So and am still, available to help and volunteer in that. And now with the 8-way, I have everything. I have everything. You just provide the tent and the place, and we can run it. We can do it. I know I'm not saying that Jesse doesn't need to, because Jesse needs to be there. Marty, you need to message Two Dog RC directly. He's the one. Phil, you got my phone number. Send me how I need to get in touch with him, and I certainly will. I will do that. Mark Grow. Yeah, I met Mark. Yeah, I will help out. Bring all of my gear and all of that. Just you know, we're in the new golden age, right? So let's y'all are gonna hear that a lot from me. So good or bad, it's gonna be the golden age. So just bear with me with it. So I know, I'm a nut, but yes, I will get in touch with. I don't mind being the spokesperson. Um, I can tell you guys something that myself and the two men on the screen feel. If you're going to be available on Tuesday nights, we need to get you on here too, because the four of us have talked with other people. We're not going to mention any names right now, but we are. I'm actually uh, in the planning stages of planning a southeastern Whoop championship in the fall, late October, early November. Uh, I've already gotten uh, some prices from one venue. I want to go get some more. I may go down. There's a race this Saturday, isn't it? No, it's next Saturday, right, Skip?
What are you talking about?
Next Saturday, the 8th. There's a race in Knoxville, correct? A TinyWhoop, Tiny Trainer. Hey, Zach, is there any way you could pull off a 22nd, February 22nd? I know it's not a date that you gave me, but the 22nd of February and the 15th of March is what I've got for here, for UDL and TinyWhoop here.
22nd of February.
Yes.
Yeah, February the 8th, we have a drone.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Well,
that's open for me.
Okay. Well, I will call Lily tomorrow, and I'll put I'll put us down. We're already down for March the 15th, so you guys can throw it on your calendar. March 15th for 65 millimeter and UDL racing at the gym, Crossroads Gym. Skip, we probably ought to start trying to make a course that we can set up. Also, February the 8th is a race at that Knoxville that 533 is putting on. And this is a 533 race, right? This is not a Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, this is in Clinton, Tennessee. It's the Clinton High School Sports Complex.
Yep. Barring
what
any.
They're doing is from 9 a.m. From 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a tiny trainer class. That means all tiny trainers will be allowed. All 3S tiny trainers, the regular 3-inch tiny trainers will be allowed to fly. And then I think they do like a fun race in between the whoop race and the tiny trainer class for people to just participate. And
to a man, it'll be Clinton, Tennessee, near Knoxville, Tennessee, and our race on potentially the 22nd, definitely on the 15th, will be north of Nashville, about 40 minutes north of Nashville, a little town called Westmoreland. But go ahead, Skip.
Okay, well then after this is the February 8th in Knoxville or Clinton, Tennessee. the 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. is Tiny Trainer, and the Whoop class is 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So anything 75 millimeter and under that's 1S battery, you can bring it and race it.
All right. Uh,
Isn't the other class 3.5 inch and under anything pretty much, as long as it's 3S? Or
What'd you say?
the
Tiny Trainer, is
the
it 3.5
open,
inch or is it 3 inch?
is it 3.5 inch and under for the one that's not tiny trainers?
The one that's not Tiny Trainers, they didn't like last time that we done it. We didn't do it for long. It was just a couple races, so it's nothing real serious. It's just something for beginners to get out there and try their drones out. So I don't think they're really strict on that one. You can just bring whatever.
And I'm planning to
Six
go.
questions.
I'm planning to go down on the 7th and get a room. Um, Several of us went last time together and actually raced TinyWhoops in the lobby. If we get the same hotel, I'm sure they'll probably let us do that. Um, that's my plan to do that for the 7th and the 8th. And I'll probably, if you're going to ride with me, I'm probably going to be leaving earlier on the 7th to go on into Pigeon Forge and check some venues for the Southeast TinyWhoop Championship that we are planning. We're serious about this. We hope that everything can work out with it, and it'll be. We know that the first time around, the first time having it, it might be a learning curve and all, but we have everything to do it, and we're going to do it. So yes, you need to go on to 533 and buy a ticket for February the 8th. Skip, if you can get a link for that, if you throw it or just share the window. But I wanna put this up before we move along. Red Sky asks this question, Skip. He says, "Do you think they used real cameras for the X Games or O3s?"
Oh my goodness.
Last night, Skip and I had a perfect conversation about it. I was watching it uh, just for the drone stuff, and I was like, "That looks like a plain 7 inch with no GoPro on it." And I was trying to show it to the guys on Discord. That this TV, if you can see it right back here behind me, this TV was on some 55 inch, something like the 56. I don't remember. It's a good sized TV. I was watching it on it, and to me, it looked like there was nothing on it. And Skip's like, "Oh, definitely something on it." But he was watching the skiing, and I was watching the snowboarding, and we were going back and forth about it. And Evan, I believe Evan was part of it. I don't know for sure.
He came in today, and
Did you
for
ask him?
sure,
Did you ask him?
yeah, I asked him. So, from what I understand, we're both right. So, they're using some type of DJI link to fly the drone, but none of that link was used for footage. So all the footage was the big camera on top, and it's super top secret. I have no clue what it is. I heard at one point that they took apart a Mavic or something like that and just stuck it on a drone. But I'm sure they've upgraded that now because that was years ago. But no, it's definitely a high tech type of cinematography drone that can actually transmit. So uh, you were right when it came to it being a GoPro. I mean a DJI Link type drone on the FPV footage. But you were wrong when you said they were chasing somebody and it being DJI. It definitely was not DJI.
Now that Zach's got his goggles on, I can put this comment up.
There's also there's some events coming up locally that I'm really looking forward to, and we have February the 15th. We have Western Carolina's FPV. Uh, that's a TinyWhoop race, and then it's right around the corner, guys. April the 12th, we're having the Sloss Drone Derby.
Yeah.
So over at Sloss Drone Derby, they're going to have Pro Spec, TinyWhoop, and Freestyle. And I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys signed up for it, but I paid the $40. And I'm signed up. I'm going.
And when is that?
That is April 12th.
April 12th. All right. Don't know if I'll be able to make that or not.
And then another one that's kind of interesting that I didn't think I'd see up is April 19th. They're having one at Oak Grove Technologies. That is really exciting to see on multi GP.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know what Oak Grove Technologies is,
That's where the bomb was made.
but that's where they do like military type stuff. And
Who's doing this?
surprised they
533?
No, Oak Grove is, and I'm surprised they put it on multi GP, but they definitely have a multi GP, and that's going to be interesting for people to go and check out. I'm sure 533 is going to be there.
Yeah. And Zach, if you crash your drone again over there by the door, let me know before you bend down to get it, and I'll put up the like thing, because you just cracked the world up when you went and got your drone by the door. uh, I was like, what? Oh no.
Not bad.
No, it's all right. If my comments today didn't get us demonetized, that might.
So Johnny Scars asked if you need to register for February the 8th. Well, if you go on 533, they have a ticket that you can buy.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, if you could pull up your screen and show it to everybody.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's what I was asking you earlier, if you could pull it up.
If you guys want me to send you a link, I'll send you a link too.
Yeah, put the link in an affiliate link. Throw it in there.
So if you just go to Fly 533 and you type in race, what you see come up here. Here, let me share my screen. All right, so what you see come up here is a couple of things here, and I'm just going to go ahead and do my 15-gram whoop here. So if you need a whoop for the race, here's a whoop that will be built by me, and it's actually 15.7 grams now. It's no longer 15.9, and the guys in the chat just seen a 15.3 gram that I built today. So 15.7 is not too hard to hit, but here we got the 533 Winter Drone Race Series ticket. It's $25, and that just pays for getting the food and stuff like that. And yeah, we have a date that we can drop down here, and there's February the 8th. And they got season passes for $70. I have to say, if you do come up and something was to happen like snow, which I doubt there's going to be snow, but if there was something to happen like there was last race, me and a few guys will definitely be holding a race somewhere. The only reason why we did not have the race last time is because the school closed, and the school said nobody is allowed to come because we don't want to be liable for people wrecking their cars and stuff. But we did have some people come out of state, and we actually went to 533 and raced inside the shop. So there will be a race happening one way or another.
All right.
So this is the 533 race whoop that he just showed you. This is the HDzero version.
Yeah, that's it.
and this is a regular Mobula 6
Yeah, so the HDzero
HDzero.
version is an 18.6 gram whoop. So Zach you had your own custom uh, whoop, your print. Tell him about that.
Yeah. I like this better because it offered a little bit more protection
Is that
So what?
than
is that the
So how did
Lux?
you get it on
Super
there?
Light one.
Is that the Lux or the Eco?
It's the Eco. It's just the camera mount is slightly different, probably a little bit heavier. But
So you got your
don't-
whoop customized, and what all
yeah,
did it take to get your whoop customized?
just sent you all the file.
So Zach sent us the file, and he said, "Hey, can you throw this on my drone?" And I said, "Sure." So we do that with any drone. If you have a drone that you want to buy as a ready to fly, and you want it customized, just say, throw an email or hit me up and say, "Hey, can you customize this for me?" And put, yeah. And I gave him the regular mount too.
This is the mount. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. It's definitely lighter. I just wanted a little bit more protection.
Yeah.
So I think it wasn't it only like 0.2 grams heavier or something.
Yeah,
This one
we did.
over this one.
Yeah.
It's not like a gram heavier or nothing, and it's worth it to me. And uh, I can say that this one is the 5331, and this one is the one that you buy from Happy Model. There's not a whole lot of difference in the price. Like, what is it, $20? And this is a lot higher quality and a lot more power. Uh, this flies really good. Like, it's really smooth. But if you want to do like freestyle and stuff, this one has all the power to do it, but it might be a little much for somebody to handle in a cramped
How much
or a
more
real
power?
small space.
Zach, how much more power? If you had to say the difference, what's it
It's
like?
it's significant, like pretty big difference. I can pretty much do any freestyle trick I want with this. I don't have any problem of pulling out. I've got plenty of power. This one can kind of do them, but it struggles, especially when the battery starts. You get down to about half battery. This one will really start struggling, and
Well,
this one,
what about efficiency? Does the other one get better efficiency than the race move?
um, I mean, I haven't tested it back to back, but I'd say they're probably about the same,
Okay.
depending on if you fly them the same. I'd say they're probably about the same. Uh, but if you're flying, this one can really suck the battery down if you're on it,
Right.
just because of how much power it has. But if you're just cruising around, gorilla whooping, or just doing a trick every now and then, I'd say they're about the same.
And if you're doing freestyle, I say it's kind of hard not to
Yeah,
get into the power, isn't it?
yeah, if you're using your throttle, you're gonna chew to the battery pretty quick with this one.
Yeah.
But it's got a lot more. I mean, it's substantial. It's not and day difference in the power, and this is, I think, $20 more, and you get it's lighter, and it's got uh, RCM power motors on it, which are, I think, some of the most powerful tested motors, Whoop motors right now.
Yeah, Johnny, if you want that mount, I'm sure Zach would be more than willing to share it with you. We did print it out of polypropylene, which is a lighter material. It's kind of flexible. It's more flexible than PLA. It's not as rigid, but it's a whole lot stronger than PLA. So you can bounce it off the ground and stuff and not worry about it breaking as easy as PLA is. But it's not TPU. TPU is a whole lot more flexible, and TPU is way heavier than polypropylene. But that's what we decided to go with, was polypropylene.
So far, it's been just as tough as, you know, everything else. I haven't broke it yet. This is probably the strongest without going to like a full canopy. But this is going to be significantly heavier. But I do like these.
Yeah, I was looking at making one like that, but I don't know. Every time that I print one out, it doesn't seem to come out pretty as they make them. I don't know if they injection mold them or what they do, but
Yeah, it's like made out of the same stuff that the frame's made out of.
yeah.
But I mean, they're tough. I don't think I've ever broke one of these. And I like it because you get something that completely covers the board, so it's a little more protection if you know, maybe it'll
I
keep
like
you from
it.
killing your $100 all-in-one.
I like it because it's adjustable. Also, you can adjust the angle and stuff like that instead of just picking your angle.
Yeah, that is an advantage too. You can just pick which hole to put the screw in.
Which I'm working on a freestyle whoop for us to try to come out with something that you can freestyle also with all the power and everything.
I had a buddy. His name is Whoop is the Way. I'm gonna give him a shout out. He's on his. It's Whoop is the Way on Instagram. He sent me this little 75 millimeter frame, and it's intended to be kind of. It's like a Truex. What's fractal? So you can see there. He sent me the whoops and stuff. I'm gonna build this soon. But he sent me 2 of them. So I'll probably build one with hoops and one without. Both HDzero and see how they do. I was thinking about swapping one of these, maybe take this Mobula 6 and move it over this, but I don't think I've got the, now that I've sat down and looked at it, I don't think I got the stuff I need to do it, because I need to be able to come up through the frame, and then I'm going to have a nut or something. I don't have that stuff with me, I guess.
I'm looking for something. Is my desk cam upside down to you guys?
I'll be
Yes.
right back, guys.
If your stickers,
There you go. Camera's off.
There, it's upside down.
My wife's
all your
calling.
stickers are upside down.
Let me see something here. But it's right on this. It's just upside. It's right in the world, and I don't know why. Let me see. I don't know why it's upside down in that, but I was gonna take and bind this. This is the Mob 7. I got it for review, but it had to have a new I'll turn it this way so you all can read it. Had to have a new flight controller put on it because it come with a bad Express LRS module or trace or something in it. So
I have been interested in that.
Yep, I had to send it to be repaired, but so I'm gonna flash it tonight. But I don't know if y'all want to see all of that. So you probably want to see that more than you want to see my ugly face. So.
That one's got the Lux on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can go back to it. Yeah.
I've yet to see the Lux in person yet.
Pastor, that should be ready to go. That should be flashed and ready to go. All you got to do is put in your bind phrase.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to get my my G12, GX12 set up right. See, I like all my sticks to be default backwards, and I was messing with it. But in order to get that and get my bind phrase in that, I'm gonna have to do the Wi-Fi thing, and I'm streaming right now, so that's not gonna work to stream with it. So I will flash this and test hover it after the live stream tonight on Discord. If anybody watching wants to join us, we will be on. We're usually on Discord for a while. I don't know about Zach; he's at work, so he's probably gonna head out when.
Yeah, I've definitely I've got to fly a little bit tonight.
Yeah, Skip has been grinding. Johnny Scar says he's buying his tickets now. I live about an hour and a half drive from Clinton. All right, brother.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you ought to come down and fly with us sometime when it's warm. Because I love to fly when it's warm.
Says he likes that mount. May need one for his Mob 6 HD race. All right.
Yeah, I can. If you want to message me on Facebook, it's ZKing, or you can search ZKing FPV.
He can message you here, right? In Discord. You ever check your?
Yeah, if he's in Discord, you can message it to me, and I can share that file to him.
He says, "Is that I guess a newbie drone light frame on it?" I don't think it is.
On the Whoop that I showed, yes, it's the light AF frame.
It's just the one by Newbie Drone?
Yep. That's the one that 533 uses. Basically 533 took this drone, made it lighter, and probably just as durable from what I hear. And
no, what we did was
put way higher quality motors on it.
What we did was we took our 15-gram Whoop and we just put HDzero in it.
Yeah. Johnny says he hasn't been to a race yet. Looking forward to seeing all the cool stuff you guys have. Yeah, it's a race. You're going to love it, man. Skip's going to get sub 100 on Weebly track. Oh, he's grinding on. He's just about every night I talk to him, I can hear it in the background.
Oh yeah.
I don't have Facebook, but I'll send you a message. He said he'll send you a message on Discord, Zach.
I went to the Carolina race and
I'm looking for the file right now. I can pull it off of my.
I went to the Carolina race and I had a very terrible time. I don't know if I shared that story with some of you guys, or did I tell you about that, Zach?
You told me about it.
Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning something that nothing went right for you.
Yeah, so me and my son actually came out. This is the first race he ever seen me try to participate in. I'm going to elaborate, try. And went out there and set up my own table and everything and got everything going. Well, my Whoop was like a brand new Whoop. It was like I picked up a binding fly or something because it had nothing programmed on it. So I had to reprogram it, got it going. And then my antenna on my Radio Master was loose. So it was like, it was going out and in. And I'm like, what's wrong with my LRS? It's not working either. So I finally get everything working, and we'll go out there and do about 3 laps, and I just done terrible. It was like the only one I got to work. I finally got it going, and it done, and it didn't really do that good, and I wasn't happy with it. So, but I am making a comeback. I'm testing all my whoop stuff out. I'm actually flying a real life track every day, and we will get better. I'm not somebody to give up. I'm not somebody that just messes a race up and throws in the towel. I'm somebody that will keep grinding until I get it.
Yeah, Skip was the first person that ever told me. This is like, if you sucked at a race, just keep on. If at first you don't succeed, just keep on sucking till you do succeed. That's what he said. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He didn't say that.
I don't know what happened to your microphone there, but your microphone done something weird.
Mine?
But no,
okay?
so
okay
I don't
now?
know about you guys, but no, it's weird. It's got like some kind of static noise. Say something again.
1, 2. What? Let me turn this off.
Oh wow, it's the radio.
Did it go away?
Oh yeah, it went away. That's crazy. But I don't know about you guys, but whenever I switch from Tiny Trainer back or any other drone, when I switch from like 5-inch, 3-inch, or whatever, and I go to TinyWhoops, it's like relearning the dang thing, because I guess I'm used to not using yaw as much. So I have to relearn my yaw and get it going again. So I don't know if anybody else is like that, but definitely like that with me. But
I don't.
we
switch
actually,
that much, so
well, we tried Prospect on Velocidrone, and I told Red Sky, I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. Not right now.
not until after the race. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to sim with us, we're on Skip's redemption arc. Sounds like cell interference. Yeah. Yeah, it was actually. Do you hear it now? Is it doing it now?
No.
Okay. My controller's on the other side of the room. I'm just wanting to put my bind phrase in this and set my modes. So that's one thing I like about the new AIO is it doesn't power the VTX on when you're plugged into USB.
Pastor, you got a message?
Okay. Let me check that here in just 1 second.
Are you fixing to show off your whoop a little bit?
If I can get it to bind real quick, yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to check that real quick?
No, you're fine.
Make sure air mode's off. Save and reboot. Receiver. Yeah, all right.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
So I've been so the way I do my whoops, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I actually reach out to the community, to the people that are actually good at at all the whoops and everything, and I find out what the best stuff out is. And one person I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to is Ciati. Ciati's helped me out a lot on. Me and him are actually Facebook buddies, and we talk back and forth about all kinds of stuff. But something we've been trying to figure out is what the best chip is for an analog whoop. And I was using the Super X by Happy Model, but Happy Model has decided to discontinue my chip. And it's like, well, it'd be nice if you'd replace it before you discontinue it, but that's just the way FPV products go. Is sometimes they just get rid of it and they tell you to wait for the new update. So we have been debating between me and Armando and or me and Armando's been debating what's the best chip to get. And we've been checking out the Beta FPV Air 5-in-1 VTX, and also the 2G4. So I hear the 2G4 is like the GOAT to go to because it's got BMI 270 in it, which is kind of like MPU 6000. And if you guys don't know what that means, it means it's got a good internals, like a good gyro and stuff. But Ciati just told me that the Air 5-in-1, the VTX UFL breaks off as soon as you try to unplug the antenna. That's not good.
No.
And then he says the Matrix 5-in-1 or the 2G4 is the one to go to right now. So I will be passing this on.
Yeah, I'm setting up my OSD right now. So I'll do a test flight on this here in just a minute if I can.
Yeah, I almost got
You might be hearing
that
static
Mobile
in my
7.
you might be hearing static in my voice, but it's because I got my radio right here. So bear with me.
Somebody was telling me the Matrix 5-in-1 had higher ESC or more amps on the ESCs and it made your whoops slower. That's what I heard about the Matrix 5-in-1.
The new one that's supports the DJI.
I don't
Is that
know.
the newest Beta FPV board?
Yeah, it is the new
Balls.
newest one. But I heard, I believe I heard in chat the other day when I was talking to the Whoop guys that the Matrix had higher rated amp ESCs and it made your drone go slower because of something to do with the resistance in the ESCs talking to the motors. I can't claim to know the science behind it, but something with high amp ratings when it comes to whoops, it makes the motors go slower.
They probably gave it a higher amp rating so that you could put it on like a toothpick. Do like a 1 or 2S toothpick.
Yeah, I believe they've done it for so you can have 2S. But if you're wanting to go 1S with the board, then you're going to take a loss on motor power
Mm,
versus other chips.
right.
All right, let me
Yeah,
go grab a
I've
battery and
seen
see if this thing will fly.
I think that board's only like $40. That's a pretty good deal, and they make a good one if somebody wanted to build a 3-inch 04 light toothpick. I think it's got enough amps it could handle 1202.5s or 1303s.
All righty then. Well, I've got it bound to my radio and my modes set up. Had it
Red
bound.
Sky Matrix is heavy. I haven't looked into that. I know the one I'm talking about. It looks like the Beta FPV Cross.
Yeah. He says if you lower the power of your controller, I wonder what would happen. I don't know. I've already said it on the other side of the room. So
Red Sky just got report that the Air 5-in-1 has problems with UFL staying on the VTX. And that's coming from somebody, that's coming from Ciotti, and Ciotti tests the crap out of these things. You know, he's a freestyle guy, so, you know, I'm not into the Whoop freestyling world that well. I was brought into the Whoops in the racing scene, so we have a difference there between racing and freestyle on Whoops because you know they want something totally different. Usually, they want more robust, more higher KV. Uh, so they don't care how heavy it is as much, but they want more power and I hear that they don't really care about battery lifetime, but I don't know. When I was freestyling, I liked having battery lifetime. So, but I like freestyling 5-inch and bigger drones. I'm not much of a Whoop freestyler. What about you, Zach?
I fly everything, man.
Yeah, but when it comes to Whoop freestyling,
I've done my share.
What do you prefer?
I mean that 533 is probably the best 65 I've tried for 65 freestyle.
Well, what I always said
I've got
was
a 75 that's analog that I don't fly
make
because it's analog and it's
make an awesome freestyle drone.
do what now?
I've always said I think a good racing drone would make an awesome freestyle drone.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not to say you would want a bottom battery 5-inch, but I don't know.
I like to freestyle Whoops. Some. I like it better than freestyling bigger quads because I can do it indoors. So that's why I like it.
I've been thinking about building up a couple 3.5-inch freestyle quads for when it warms up this spring to take with me. That's Bando durable.
Which that brings up the topic. Did you watch that video by Matchtech? Uh, Skip,
Yeah, I watched it.
did you see what I was talking about him saying that he didn't think that it was as durable
Yeah.
as he thinks that people are, and actually it was more people in the comments were listing that they had 2-3 of them that are already dead.
Yeah, he broke his bench testing model by picking on it with his fingernail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know somebody that put one in a 85 millimeter whoop, and I think it lasted a couple days before he killed it.
Well, I mean, I've seen one in a tiny trainer bounce off the concrete and hit a garage door, and it hit hard enough to break off or to disconnect the UFL antenna.
Yeah.
That one went a little
They'll
haywire.
probably come out with a V2 version if, maybe because if they care about competing with Walksnail, which the Walksnail one's not supposed to be extremely durable either, but from what I understand, for the most part, it holds up.
Oh, I didn't put my
Pastor
rates on
just
it.
about face punched himself.
Yeah, I don't have my rates on it. It flies, Skip.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if it'll fly long enough that it. Remember what the other one was doing? It would fly, then it would just drop out of the sky.
By gosh, we flew that one around the shop.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna fix my rates.
I'm sure we'll see. I've already been looking for it. I don't know why somebody hasn't made it. This might be something for you to design up, Skip, but somebody needs to make a TPU soft mount deal for it where it just sits down in there, and I know they did that with I've seen people do it with the Walksnail VTX and get pretty good results, get a lot more life out of them. Basically, encasing it in a TPU case that bolts to the frame.
I have a TPU camera mount for the light that encases the whole light and makes it pretty much a regular size camera. And if people are interested in that, we can come out with that. We're also trying to make it fit onto a whoop and like grab around the back of it to the front. I also came up with a LuxCam one that actually holds the LuxCam lens pretty safely, or the housing for the lens. It doesn't hold the lens itself; it holds the housing. And then
Sorry, go ahead.
Then we got one for the Pro that kind of holds the Pro for a racing drone. But no, we have some custom mounts that we can release if anybody needs one.
There's definitely a shortage on those. I printed a couple the other day.
Well,
but
here's my question:
too.
Would you rather have a camera mount for the light that fits like the old DJI, or just one center hole like a regular camera?
You mean like fits like 03?
Yeah, fits like 03.
Probably easier to find a frame that's got 03 mounting in it.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I can probably release one right now that's got 03 mounting. So let me see here.
But I was talking about something for the whole VTX to sit in.
Like a cradle or something. Yeah.
Have you ever seen like a 30 by 30 the Whoop board adapter?
Yeah.
You seen that? Something like that where you can put your flight controller down and then you put that spongy TPU thing and then you set your VTX down in it.
Oh. Yeah, we've.
I mean, you probably have to get creative with it and have a lot of cutouts and stuff so it doesn't overheat.
Isn't that just a 20 by 25 mount?
Oh, this thing's got some power.
Pretty much with you're making a TPU cushion to set it in. So when you crash, it's got some better shock absorption, you know.
Okay.
And maybe you won't break your crap.
This thing's got some power to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, we can come up with something like that. Yeah, it's got some power to it. It's not bad.
See what channel it's on. R1. Oh, I gotta turn that lux to 16:9. I gotta work on that camera.
How do the lava batteries fit in that frame, Maury?
Good.
Because I know
I got a 550 in it right now.
I know one of the complaints about that frame is that some of the like the tattoos and stuff fit loose in it. But I didn't know if I know the lavas are a little bit chunkier than.
So
here.
It looks like it's a 20
Cool.
millimeter.
Probably make it interference again on my. I'm gonna let it cool for a minute. Set this radio off. It got it flying, so hopefully I'll get a review out within the next week or so. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Checking my 550s. Go ahead and top them off for the flight review tomorrow. So, all right. Message. You sent me a message. Yeah. Me too. Yep. All right, guys. I think we're about ready to call it. If you guys are, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go get in bed, I reckon.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you, Skip and Zach. If y'all want to throw links to your YouTube pages on there, you can real quick if you want to, and go subscribe to these guys and on their pages. It'll help them out a little bit. I know Skip's got some shorts and stuff he's done on there and other things. Zach's going to get started back with some flight videos. I can just feel it. All right.
Oh yeah.
I got to get on the sim and grind. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, you're welcome to join us, Johnny. I'm sure there'll be people on tonight. So, all right. Well, guys, we're going to call this an end. So, Skip, you got any closing words to anybody?
No, if you want to join us on Velocitron, I'm going to be, or if you want to join me on Velocitron, I'm going to be flying a little bit on Velocitron. And also, you can check out on things.com. I have some 3D prints, and I'll probably be putting up a O3 light camera mount into things.com. So if you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome to.
All right. Zach, you got anything you would like? Any parting words tonight?
No, not really.
All right.
Just everybody be safe. Don't shoot no drones.
Race drones. Don't shoot them. That's it. That's it. All right, guys. All right. We'll see you guys next Tuesday, same time, same place. So, all right, everybody. That was the Prop Bros, and I'm gonna log out. Thank you for all of your support, for your views. If you haven't hit that like button, hit it for me. And remember, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air.